Hi and welcome to my channel. Today I'm really excited for today's video because I've wanted to do this for a while and just haven't gotten around to it. Today I'm combining two things that are my great passions, as you have been able to tell from the title that you clicked on. Today is Massage Therapist Reacts to Massage Scenes in Movies. So what a lot of you who have subscribed to me wouldn't know is that I'm actually a licensed massage therapist. I have gone to school, I have done training, I do have my license certificate. It's actually over in a drawer. No, I'm not putting it on the screen. I'm not risking someone taking a snapshot and then trying to doctor it and trying to pass themselves off. You know that shady shit like that happens on the internet. It happens. I've actually been studying and practicing massage actually since I was 10. I absolutely love it. It started with me just giving family and friends massages, and I really enjoyed being able to make them feel good and alleviate pain and just make them feel relaxed. And I got a lot of good feedback telling me that I was really good, and so that kind of really got me interested in massage. And then at about 13, 14, the news agency, or at least newspapers in general, I know a lot of places around the world do this, where a newspaper will have like a subscription service and a theme that they'll do every now and then, like maybe dinosaurs, meteors, stuff like that. Well, one in particular around that time for me was what came out was Mind, Body, Spirit, and I still have everything from it that I collected. It was amazing. You'd learn about herbal remedies, how to use plants and essential oils. You learned massage techniques. You learned about meridians and acupuncture and chakras and auras, and oh my god, and even beyond that you had not just that, you had tarot and runes and crystals and mediumship, and oh my god, it just had everything for me. I was like a kid in a candy store. I absolutely loved it. But back in 2012, I was working and I stumbled on an ad for a massage school, and I was interested. I called, I set up a time to go and check it out. I ended up enrolling that day. It was an interesting call when I get to the train station. Call my mom. She's like, "So how did the tour go?" I'm like, "I enrolled." She's like, "What?" So that was interesting, terrifying, but it was the most exciting, rewarding thing I have ever done in my life. A relaxation study, which is certificate 4, that takes at least about half a year. Remedial would take up the rest of the year to get your diploma in remedial massage. So you're looking about, if you want full qualifications, you're looking about a year of schooling. And the schooling is super easy. And part of this training is you get free massages in class. I mean, it's a win-win. Not to toot my own horn, but I was one of the top students in my class. I was a bit of ahead of everybody because I had studied a bit of massage. I had studied some massage before I went into the class, and I took health and human development electives in school. I was always studying the human body, so I ended up being a tutor for a lot of the people in my class. So safe to say, I know a thing or two. So, seeing as how I mostly talk about movies on my channel because I absolutely love movies, I thought I would look at some massage scenes in movies and give you my professional opinion on them. And I'm going in. I'm not going to be nice. I know these are movies, but this is kind of the whole point. So one little thing that I would like to mention before we begin, I know this is a lot of talking, but I can only comment on the types of massage I have learned, studied, and am knowledgeable about. There are a large selection of styles of massage, and each one has its own set of rules. So what might apply to one does not apply to the other. I can only speak on what I'm trained in. If that does not line up with somebody else's training, that does not mean that technically they're wrong. It just means we learn differently. Also, rules may vary depending on the country. I'm in Australia, it's the same, you know, there are videos of doctors reacting to like medical dramas and stuff, and one doctor is in the US, another is in the UK, so a lot of their feedback on things varies based on the fact that they've learned different things from different countries. So I can only speak on what I know, but if you don't know anything about massage, then I probably will just sound like an absolute expert. So let's try and do this. So the first clip that we're going to look at is from a film called Couples Retreat. I haven't actually seen this in a very long time, so I remember very little about it. So let's see how it goes.
What kind of massage do you want? You left it blank?
Korean?
Korean. I'm not familiar with Korean.
Neither am I.
Dealer's choice, whatever releases the most tension.
Stuffing already. So far an accurate thing in this scene is that she has asked him, or somebody at the resort has asked him prior to booking his massage, to fill out a form. This is actually really crucial, and a lot of places don't do it, which always makes me suspicious, because it really should be done. The best places I've gone to, they all ask you to do this, and it's basically you fill out a form. They usually will keep it on file in case you come back, and then it makes treatment a lot easier. If it's your first time at a specific clinic or with a specific massage therapist, then there usually may be at least maximum of 15 minutes at the start of the session, which is a consultation, and you will have filled out the form and then you'll kind of discuss it, or you'll discuss it and your therapist will fill it out for you. But it's asking for basic information. Yes, obviously your name and all that stuff, but it's also asking for a bit of background on your medical history. Do you have any conditions? Are you prone to anything? Do you have any allergies? Are you on any medication? Things like that, so that the therapist can kind of gauge how to go about treatment, and also to figure out whether or not they should be giving you a massage. These things are very, very important. I myself have to fill out that I have an allergy, that I'm allergic to the cold, and only one place, of all the places I've gone and had a massage, there's only one place that I think was the most professional place I've ever been to. The woman was absolutely lovely, and when I told her about my allergy, she read it on the form. She was very confused because it's very rare, people don't really know about it, but she asked about it, I educated her, and then the next time that I came in, when she knew that I was booked to have my appointment, she had the heater on. She'd pre-warmed up the room and kept the heater on. She even put an electric blanket on the table to heat up the table for me, and of course there were towels and blankets over the top, but it was so amazing. And that's kind of the stuff that you want. So those forms that you fill out are so crucial, so important, and so useful to the massage therapist. Especially maybe at a resort, you'd specify what type of massage you want, but not everybody is certified in every massage style. That's a little weird. Mostly, however, you would probably fill out on a diagram what your troubled areas are, or at least specify what are you hoping to achieve during this session. Are you trying to look for relaxation, alleviate pain, where's the troubled areas, stuff like that, so the therapist reads it, gets straight to work. So far, that form, that piece of paper was accurate. I think everything that's gonna follow is won't be.
Oh, that feels so good.
Thank you.
I can't tell you how much I need this. It has been a long time.
Oh, I love pleasuring people.
So do I. I mean, it's not my job, but
If I wasn't gonna
it
get
is a job that
demonetized before
love
I
doing,
am
if you
now.
know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
Okay, that's a level of intimacy you would not have during a massage. Just, no, some boundaries are being crossed here on behalf of both the client and the massage therapist, although I don't think his are entirely intentional. Hers, however, yeah, if a client was doing that to me, I would have to kind of start to form some boundaries and basically try not to respond. But his technique is bad. I'm sorry, any woman who's probably looking at that, or gay man for that matter, would be looking at that go, yeah, I wish he'd put his hands on me. I would tell him to get his hands off me. He's doing basic effleurage, which is the most common massage skill that any novice can do. It's the basic stroke. It's the number one stroke you use to apply oil, cream, da. It's gentle. It's just gently moving across soft tissue. There's no pressure. It's soothing. But he's doing it in the wrong direction, and so many people do this in movies, and it drives me bonkers. Rule of massage is that when doing a massage, you should always be massaging towards the heart, whether it be back, legs, arms. You would always be pushing in this direction, because the heart has a really easy time pumping blood and oxygen and everything down the body to the arms to the legs. It's a little bit harder, and the heart has to work a bit harder to pump it back up. So during massage, you give the heart a little bit of assist by pushing the blood back towards the heart, which is another reason why it's really important to fill out those forms before you get a massage. One is if you are someone who is on blood thinners, remedial massage is a big no-no for you. No deep tissue massage. That could be risky. Also, if you are someone who maybe you've recently been on a plane, it's usually recommended not to get a massage within 2 weeks of being on a plane. Because there is slight risk of deep vein thrombosis. Do not give a massage to someone who has this condition. If you did, there's a possibility that during massage you could dislodge a clot and push the clot towards the heart and kill them. We don't want that. You do not want to be killing your clients. It's a rarity, but these are really tiny things that you really need to be cautious about, because it could only take one, you know? But if you know you don't have this condition, you know you're not prone to it, or you know that it's just not a thing, then you wouldn't have to worry about it. But if you do have it, don't go getting massages. And yeah, but that's another reason why the form is important, and another reason why I know that he's got the wrong technique. This way, this way.
So, Joey, do you have any problem there?
Sorry, he's also doing a bad job at treating her pec muscles. You've got pectoralis major and minor in your chest area, and he's just really just applying oil, which is nice, but he's not actually doing any technique. I mean, sure, it might be relaxing, but he's not actually getting towards the pec muscles. You can, at the very least, try to demonstrate on myself here. You usually keep the towel to about here so that you can get the pec muscles. Obviously, with women, you have to be a little bit more discreet because you don't want to start going into a region that's a bit inappropriate. But so far, I didn't feel like he was really taking care of the pec muscles.
Yes.
I hold a lot of tension on my upper thighs.
We'll get to your upper thighs.
Top of my quads.
A lot of massage therapists would ask somebody if they have a necklace to take it off, just so that it doesn't interfere with the therapy. They would also, if you have long hair, which I think was in the case of the other character, they would ask you to tie your hair up so that it is out of the way.
As a matter of fact, if you want to do like the full 80 minutes on the thighs, I'm good.
Whatever you want.
Oh, I need this. You have no idea. Oh, you got...
Again, effleurage away from the heart. No! Also, typically, you are kind of, at least I was trained, that even with men, you should not be going towards the breast region. Especially stay away from the nipples. You should not be doing that. You stick to where the muscles are. So you do only do the pecs. You do not go basically in this region. Even on a man, you shouldn't be doing that. You can give massage on the stomach, which is not only good for the abdominal area, but it's also good for intestines. You can do sides, you can do lots of different techniques, but again, not going down. When you do the stomach, you go in the direction of the intestinal tract.
Great hands.
Okay, Joey, what I want you to do for me is just close your eyes.
No,
quiet that mind, okay?
No.
Just listen to my voice. Feel the sounds.
That's another reason why you would not be doing that. You always want to be working on the side of the person, never leaning over them, especially if you're a woman, because then that happens. And that's some boundaries are being crossed, so.
Right. Down my throat. And come out through my mouth. Down my throat.
Oh.
Keep going.
Sir, I'm so sorry.
No. Don't be sorry. You shouldn't be sorry.
No, I aroused you.
You should be proud.
Wonder what
This
gave
hasn't
her that
happened in a
idea.
long time.
Are you attempting to have a manual stimulation from me, sir?
Am I?
Okay, erections during massage are actually not as common as you would think, mostly because you're not actually treating any erogenous zones. You're not doing anything that should be mistaken for anything erotic. You are doing a treatment and you are a professional, so you're not even looking at the body as a sex object. You are looking at it as something that needs treatment. But it can happen sometimes. Someone gets very relaxed, so there is the chance that they could become aroused. Usually, number one, that the massage therapist should not draw attention to it because the person may be embarrassed. But if the client, as is in this case, is actually trying to hint that he wants more than just your basic massage, you'd end the session right there. That's not okay, it's appropriate, and actually illegal. So, no. So the next clip I'm reacting to is from a film called Love Wrecked. I've not seen this. I guess this was filmed back when Amanda Bynes still had a successful career. Ooh, shady. I'm not here to talk on people's careers. Only my own. That was really dumb. Sorry.
I've never given a professional massage before. It's easy. Just rub it up.
It's easier, just rub it up. Are you serious? I'm sorry. With all my training, no. There is a lot that you need to know. When you go even to learn just basic relaxation, you learn everything about the human body, every structure of the human body. You have to know bones, muscles, ligaments, tendons, insertion sites, origin sites. My God, you have to know everything. And then of course you have to learn how to treat them, how to figure out what's what. You learn neuromuscular techniques, sports massage, so you also learn how to stretch the body for somebody else. And also, no professional establishment would tell somebody who's not certified in massage to provide a massage for a client. That puts the establishment at risk of a lawsuit. Ew, don't do it. Maybe if you're a place that, doesn't give a crap, you might do that. But no, if you're gonna have someone do a massage, they have to know what they're doing.
This is venerable sweet.
Hey, good looking. What's cooking?
Pardon me for 1 second.
Hurry back.
Excuse me, that lady in there has elephantitis. No. She's...
Unbelievable. Okay, so you would not have a massage room right next to the reception desk or whatever that is. You would have to have something that closes it off, at the very least a curtain, because you are treating someone who is damn near naked, so they deserve privacy. So far this setup is so wrong, and he's bad-mouthing her to his manager in earshot of her. That's so unprofessional. I understand that he's not a massage therapist. He has just said that. But it's just common knowledge. You don't badmouth a client of the place you work. At least not in front of them. And then he says she has elephantitis. I assume that's his comedic smart mouth way of saying she's fat. Elephantitis is not actually a real condition. There's elephantiasis, if that's how you pronounce it, which is an infectious disease which can cause gigantism in limbs. They will swell, there's edema, there's a lot of things. You can look it up. But elephantitis is not real. And you really should not be judging a client because they're fat. They come to you for treatment and relaxation. It's really messed up for you to judge their appearance. So many things wrong with this. I'm sorry.
Come to me, Wes. Oh, you are a sick, evil little man. See? And you're a floater. Go float.
I do love Carlton.
Actually, I'm from the Big Apple. I
See,
like
she
it
heard
too.
everything. Luckily for her,
Yes,
she
ma'am.
doesn't care.
We'll work all those kinks out.
So you got a girlfriend?
Okay, so he has not applied oil, lotion, or even powder, depending on what they want. He has no idea what she needs done. He's gone straight for a kneading technique. He hasn't even done any palpating or effleurage or anything. And she's still wearing her towel. That means he can't actually access all of her back. I mean, I know he's not trained, so he has no idea what he's doing, and he looks like someone who has no idea what he's doing. But, God, at least apply some goddamn oil.
Working on it.
You shouldn't have to work too hard with hands like that.
He's not even kneading the
under my left
muscle, he's
shoulder
just
blades,
squeezing the fat.
Very nice. Oh. Oh. Mm. What's the matter?
My wife.
Okay, I don't know whether that's meant to be sweat or possible discharge. That can happen. It's common with a lot of people who are plus size. Areas of the body that have skin on skin contact and actually are not given the chance to breathe can start to weep, and it's not very pleasant. If she has that condition, then I would not be recommending her going and getting a massage until she's kind of settled it, because that means that she's kind of a breeding ground for bacteria. That's not something you want. Why did he have his hand in her armpit? Why? I mean, you have a few muscles in this vicinity. You have at least your latissimus dorsi and you have your serratus anterior, so he could have kind of been going for those, but he doesn't know any of those things, so I highly doubt it. But there's just no reason, even if you do know those muscles, to be sticking your hand in a client's armpit. That's disgusting and quite private. I mean, there aren't really muscles in the armpit, you have lymph nodes. But only time you'd be even going near them would again be during lymphatic drainage, which again he's not certified to do. Oh, this is gross, and she really does not care. No fucks were given this day.
Feels like a Rolex.
Do you mind if I just
Go ahead.
Oh, that's disgusting.
You are good. You are very, very good.
Okay, don't be giving deep tissue massage if you have no idea what you are doing. You could actually hurt someone. Remedial massage naturally causes bruising, and that's completely normal. People don't know that, and if you don't tell someone, they can freak out like, oh my god, what did you do to me? But bruising is normal, so it's something you need to know what you're doing. You don't just go shoving your elbow in people's backs, especially because he looks like he was going towards the spine. One thing, unless you are a physio, an osteo, chiropractor, or something like that, do not do any treatment on the spine. You are not trained to do so. Stay away from the spine. Do not do massages on the spine. There was actually a case on the news a few years ago. There was a woman, she went for a massage with a massage therapist who was not certified in chiropractic or any of that stuff, actually did massaging on the spine, and the woman ended up leaving as a paraplegic. she did something to the vertebrae, and yeah, so for that reason, there's a lot of important things in the spine. If you don't know how to manipulate it, don't go near it. I would never go near the spine. And he was, oh my god, elbow, oh my god, this is just so terrible. Oh, this is why you don't have someone who's not trained. Sweet Jesus. So the next scene I'm reacting to is from Charlie's Angels. I love this movie. I really wish they would have done a third with Lucy Liu, Cameron Diaz and Drew Barrymore, as opposed to just doing a reboot with Kristen Stewart. But nevertheless.
Dead body.
And I love Tim Curry. How can you not love Tim Curry?
It's getting a little chilly in here, Yoko. I could use some
High
warming
heels
up.
in a massage parlor?
At your service.
Good.
Sneakers
we get started
are the,
this millennium?
Appropriate footwear. Oh boy. Okay, pros and cons. Let's start with the fact that what she is doing is an actual real type of massage, pardon my French. It's called Ashiatsu, which is a combination of two Japanese words, which is ashi as in foot and atsu as in pressure, put together, and you get deep tissue foot massage. But this is a real type of massage. Basically, this was designed to be both beneficial to the client and the massage therapist. Massage therapists work a lot with their hands, so the use of their hands is going to deteriorate a lot faster than other people. So what people do is you have, and you saw this a moment ago, or you're about to see it again, let me just see.
Oh,
yeah. There. She has a ceiling bar, and that is accurate. That is what a lot of places have. Most clients are on a actual massage table. The client is standing on the table and using the bar for support. So basically, it's allowing the massage therapist to give you a deep tissue and compression massage using their body weight and gravity instead of working hard like myself. I have little hands, so that would be quite painful. A lot of places have found that it's using a ceiling bar is actually a bit of a hazard on account of the fact that you could easily lose your grip, fall, probably kill yourself or land on the client. So a lot of places have opted for using two parallel bars and having the client on the floor, much like he is, because then it's just safer and it's easier to regulate, and also most of them are portable. So you can actually use them if you're doing house calls. But so far, aside from the fact that she did a run and jumped on him screaming, "Banzai!" You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't jump on them. And you probably, I don't know, I'm not actually, I don't actually practice this, but I don't think that you would actually be doing both feet at the same time. It seems like a bit too much pressure. You could, I'm not sure, but for the most part. But then it makes me wonder, what was she applying on her hands before? If it was sanitizer, that's okay, but you'd more so be applying sanitizer to your feet, not your hands, because you're not using your hands. I really hope it wasn't oil, because why the F would you apply oil to your hands when you're going to be working your feet and you're going to grab onto a bar? That could make you lose your grip. Whatever she was applying, that was weird. But so far, everything she's doing is actually accurate. I just don't think you'd use both feet at the same time.
A lot of tension in your fourth and fifth vertebra. Let me see if I can work that.
You have a couple fourth vertebrae, depending on which section of the spine you're in. So
just by activating
I
the
assume
right
she's talking about his
points,
thoracic
you can
spine.
increase circulation,
Because she's certainly not in here.
alleviate pain, or even
You definitely wouldn't be doing that
render
to
a
your
man
client.
unconscious.
You want them to fall asleep from relaxation, not due to a snap in the neck. But yeah, for the most part, this is actually really accurate. again, the reason you do it is because it's really good for deep tissue and compression massage. If you're giving someone a massage and you'll notice this more on someone who is as pale as I am, if you notice their skin start to go a rose hue color, that's a good sign, unless it's an allergic reaction, in which case someone done fucked up. But that's usually something that you want. This is called hyperemia. It's when you are stimulating blood flow, and so what will happen is oxygenated blood will rise to the surface, and that's what you want. You want blood to be moving to the body, to the muscles. You want to increase circulation. So if you're giving a deep tissue massage and you see that the skin has gone red, that's not a bad sign. That's actually a good sign. So next scene I'm about to react to is from The Intern.
I'm Fiona, the house masseuse.
Frigga!
Hi, Fiona. Ben.
Hey, does that feel okay?
It feels great, actually. Thank you.
It's a little bit tight, Ben.
I haven't sat at a desk for a while. My body's not used to it.
Oh, I get it. Plus, they say sitting is the new smoking. I spotted you in the lunchroom. I wondered who you were.
Did you? Oh.
So seated massage, yep, learned that one too. Seated massage is more common now than it probably ever was. It's really gained in popularity in the last decade, especially in the corporate world. A lot of companies that earn enough money, they actually invest in on-salary massage therapists who will actually come to the offices. They can either set up a table and provide massages typically during like somebody's lunch break and not when somebody is on the clock. But also what they do is they will go around to people's desks, and as they're sitting they will give them a seated massage. This may be while they're just sitting in their own chair, but what they'll do is basically what she's doing right now. Technique is actually pretty good. Another thing that they might actually bring a massage chair similar to a massage table, but it's a chair, and you wouldn't be leaning back against it, you'd be leaning forward against it, and they might set that up at the desk so you can actually be working while you're getting a massage. Otherwise you could ask someone to flip their chair around, unless it has arms, in which case you can't do it. So his chair isn't capable of that. Any other chair, sure, flip it around, have them lean forward. Just get something like a towel or a pillow to put in front as they're leaning there to also support the neck, because you want the person to be relaxed. You want them to be like, because if they're tense, the massage is going to be completely useless.
Someone told me you were an intern. That's pretty cool of you to do this.
Oh, it's a brave new world. Thought I'd jump in and see what it's all about.
I'm constantly amazed at what they do here. Love being a part of it. How's that been?
Basic effleurage is kind of useless over the top of the clothes, and when someone's seated, oh no.
Is that better?
Boil.
Oh, how's that?
Wait.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Ben. Love that there's another oldie but goodie here.
Nice to meet you.
See you later.
That's pretty short. I mean, seated massage in a corporate world is often short. It's usually about 15-20 minutes per person because the massage therapist has a lot of people to work through. But that was really short. And she did more effleurage than she did any actual kneading or anything like that. So I don't know how much use that was. I mean, now he's just happy with nowhere to go. Luckily, she didn't notice, but those two did. Why were they looking? I know they're really close together, but he's so close to the desk that they really shouldn't have been able to notice his erection unless they were looking for it, which is really disturbing. But as far as seated massage goes, most of what she did was correct, and seated massage is real. You can get it in massage parlors as well, but it's super common in the corporate world. So the next scene I'm going to be reacting to is Mike and Dave need a wedding date. Oh, I remember when I saw this. This scene did not. Oh god. Anyway.
Jeannie?
Oh, it's good. Good. Come.
Okay, first thing. There should be something on that headrest. a lot of people are going to be using it, and so you have to have something to shield it. You're going to have someone's face in there. If somebody else comes, even if you possibly sanitized it, there is risk of bacteria spreading from one person to the next. So some places will have a special thin type of paper that's very common in doctors' offices that they might just put over the table, and then when the person's done, they can just take it off. So they would use something like that. You could also wrap a towel around it. You can even use a pillowcase. Just something to keep a barrier between the client and the actual apparatus, just as a health and safety thing. So it's a small thing, but that really should be there, because those sheets would be changed after every single client. You'd have to strip it all down, clean it, and replace it with fresh new sheets, because you don't want one person's germs moving on to the next person.
Good. Take down the light a little bit.
Yeah, another thing is the candles. You can use candles. It's not really recommended though. It's not recommended simply because they're a safety hazard. You are going to be busy massaging your client. You won't actually notice if, suddenly, I don't know, the room's on fire. Anything could go wrong with a candle, so it's not really a good idea. And you would definitely, if you do choose to have a candle, do not have scented candles, because you run the risk of actually affecting your client. They could be sensitive to smells, they could have an allergy. So that's just, you can use them, but honestly, it's just safer to avoid using candles in a therapy room.
So you're getting married, huh?
I am, yeah.
I know it can be a stressful time. It's like, who is this for? Me or my family?
Yeah.
I get it's meant to be, haha, it's funny, but you don't do that. Okay, even if it's an establishment that does practice what he is about to do, you don't go and do it because someone's friend said so, because you could end up sexually assaulting them because you don't have the actual client's consent. So, yeah, literally, the client has not consented to this type of massage. If it wasn't for the fact she's really going to enjoy it, there is a possible lawsuit impending here.
I've recently had an injury to my face, which I'm a little stressed out about.
Are you okay with oil?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Sure.
What massage oil was that? That looked like the brand Donna. I actually own that brand. But again, consent!
In my country, they call oil God's beautiful lubricant. It sounds better in my language.
Yeah, I bet.
Khuda ka khubsurat lubricant.
Oh, that's lovely.
Ground
Did
rules.
not get it.
1, no emotions.
Okay.
2, breathe. 3, there is no penetration, only vibration. I call this the bent penguin. This one is just a ham and eggs. This one is called Les Balloons for Life. Angry Hunter, Angry Hunter. This one is called House by the Airport. Just checking in. Everything good? Hope you're enjoying this. For me, it's just another Friday. Happy girl. This one is just called taking a break. I am poop.
Okay, I acknowledge that it's meant to be funny, and this is obviously meant to be a comedic version of tantric massage. Tantric massage is very intimate, and a lot of places will actually practice tantric massage with the clothes on. Sometimes it's just about learning about breathing. It's about forming a connection. It's about letting go. A lot of people do it in couples therapy, but it's very, very intimate. You have to know what you're getting into. And a lot of the time, well, he did say no penetration. That is often the case with tantric massage. It's not... How do I explain it? It's basically tapping into sexual energy without the sex part. But yeah, a lot of people do it for people who have intimacy issues. It's just about kind of relaxing the body. You can have a lot of built up tension, and however, I don't think any of this happens, but I can't even continue watching this. This is god awful. So that's all the clips that I'm looking at today. I know there are actually quite a few movies that have massage scenes in them. God, if I was doing all of them, I would be here all day. I know this has been a very long video, but I have a lot to say when it comes to the subject of massage, and honestly, I probably could go back and dive even more into a lot of these things. There was just... It just kind of, it offends me that massage has such a bad reputation, because people do have a tendency to just either think that it's sexual, or people actually do sexual activities because it's a cheap way to get money. But a lot of the people who do that aren't even certified, they aren't trained, they just know how to get you off. And that ain't rocket science, it's really not. So a lot of this just goes to show it kind of offends me that an actor, if they go to play one role, they will do research, they will, if they want to be a teacher, they will go, you know, stalk a teacher for a week or something. But when it comes to massage, they're like, yeah, just start doing it, I know what I'm doing. And there's just so much more involved than that. So that upsets me. I could have broken these down even more, but we would have been here forever. Anyway, I really hope you liked this video. I hope that I was clear and concise in explaining various techniques and procedure. Oh god, there's some really sad things out there in film. If you have any questions you want to ask me about massage, if you should get one, what you should know to ask for, things you should look out for, red flags you should definitely be looking out for. You have any questions, you can post them down in the comments. I will definitely answer you, or you can just hit me up on my social media and you can ask me any questions about that. If there is a specific massage scene in a movie that you want me to react to, send it to me or tell me what it is and I will react to it for you. But I hope that you have enjoyed this. I hope you've also found it a bit educational, and I hope that you've also learned a little bit more about me. So I'm done. I think I need to go and read a massage manual just to clean my mind of what I've seen. But thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, thank you to my patrons, and until next time, bye!